Most of us grew up with a simple idea of brushing our teeth. You grab a toothbrush, add some toothpaste, move it around your mouth, rinse, and you are done. It feels basic, almost too basic. So when electric toothbrushes entered the picture, a lot of people ask the same question. Why does this even exist? Is it just a fancy upgrade, or is there a real reason behind all that buzzing and vibration? That is exactly what we are going to break down today, right here, on History of Simple Things. To understand why electric toothbrushes exist, we need to go back to the main goal of brushing your teeth. It is not just about making your breath smell nice. The real target is something called plaque. Plaque is a sticky layer of bacteria that forms on your teeth every single day. If you do not remove it properly, it can lead to cavities, gum disease, and other problems that are expensive and painful to fix. Now here is the problem. Brushing your teeth the right way is harder than it sounds. Dentists usually recommend brushing for 2 minutes using gentle pressure and making small circular motions. But most people do not actually follow this. Some brush too fast, some press too hard, others miss certain areas completely, especially the back teeth. So even if you think you are doing a good job, you might be leaving plaque behind. This is where electric toothbrushes come in. They were designed to remove as much human error as possible. Instead of relying entirely on your hand movement, the brush itself does part of the work. The bristles move automatically, either by spinning, oscillating, or vibrating at very high speeds. Some models can make thousands of tiny movements in just 1 minute, far more than your hand could ever manage. But does that extra movement actually help? Short answer, yes, but not in a magical way. The vibration helps the bristles break up plaque more efficiently. Think of it like scrubbing a dirty pan. You can clean it slowly by hand, or you can use a tool that moves faster and more consistently. The result is usually better, not because the tool is smarter, but because it keeps doing the right motion over and over without getting tired or sloppy. Another key advantage is consistency. When you use a manual toothbrush, your technique can change depending on your mood, your energy, or how rushed you are. Electric toothbrushes reduce that variation. Many of them have built-in timers that guide you to brush for the full 2 minutes. Some even pause every 30 seconds to remind you to switch areas in your mouth. That structure helps people build better habits without thinking too much about it. There is also the issue of pressure. Brushing too hard can damage your gums and wear down your enamel over time. Ironically, people often think brushing harder means cleaning better, but that is not true. Many electric toothbrushes include pressure sensors that alert you if you are pressing too hard. This protects your teeth and gums while still allowing effective cleaning. Now let us talk about the gums. Healthy gums are just as important as clean teeth. The gentle vibration from an electric toothbrush can help stimulate the gums and improve blood flow. This does not mean it is some kind of medical treatment, but it can support overall gum health when combined with proper brushing and flossing. For people with sensitive gums or early signs of gum disease, this can make a noticeable difference over time. Another group that benefits a lot from electric toothbrushes is people who struggle with fine motor control. This includes children, older adults, or anyone with conditions that affect hand movement. Since the brush does most of the work, the user only needs to guide it along the teeth. That makes proper brushing more accessible and less tiring. Of course, electric toothbrushes are not perfect. They are more expensive than manual ones and they require charging or batteries. Some people also find the vibration uncomfortable at first. And here is the truth most marketing will not tell you. If you already have excellent brushing technique with a manual toothbrush, you can still keep your teeth healthy without going electric. The tool is not a miracle. It is an advantage, not a replacement for good habits. So the real question is not whether electric toothbrushes are necessary for everyone. It is whether they help most people brush better. And the answer is yes. Studies have shown that on average, people using electric toothbrushes remove more plaque and have slightly healthier gums compared to those using manual brushes. The difference is not extreme, but it is consistent. There is also one more thing people overlook. Electric toothbrushes do not just clean differently, they change how long and how carefully you brush. Most people think they brush for 2 minutes, but in reality they stop much earlier. An electric toothbrush keeps you there longer without you noticing, and that alone improves results. Another advantage is coverage. Because the brush head is smaller and moves on its own, it can reach areas people usually miss, like the back molars or along the gum line. Those are exactly the spots where plaque likes to hide and cause problems first. So even a small improvement in those areas can make a big difference over time. But let's be honest for a second. If you are brushing for 10 seconds, skipping nights, and treating oral care like an afterthought, switching to electric will not magically fix your situation. That is the uncomfortable truth. The brush can upgrade your execution, but it cannot fix a weak routine. So the real value of an electric toothbrush is leverage. It takes an average effort and makes it more effective. It takes a decent habit and makes it more consistent. And for most people, that small edge is enough to prevent bigger problems later on. In the end, it is not about needing an electric toothbrush. It is about whether you want a system that reduces your mistakes without requiring extra effort. And for something you do every single day, that trade-off makes a lot of sense. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.